The average organic avocado farm in Central California is going to kill around 19,000 ground squirrels a year. That's not counting the billions of bees, because they're going to bring the bees up from Brazil to pollinate the trees, and then they're going to die. They're not sending them back anywhere. They're not keeping them. They're gone. They're going to spray the trees. They're going to kill every bug, every plant, everything. You won't see any birds. You won't see anything else. Yeah. They've killed them all.
Alcohol lies to us. Alcohol causes damage in the brain. Even a little bit of alcohol causes damage in the brain. It disrupts something called white matter. So gray matter, nerve cell bodies, white matter, nerve cell tracts. So white matter is the highways in your brain that transmit information and impulses. And even a little bit of alcohol has been shown to disrupt the white matter in your brain. Any alcohol increases your risk of 7 different types of cancer. Any alcohol have lower activity than people who don't drink at all. Oh, well, it helps me relax. Well, the 15-second breath will help you relax, but there are no side effects to it. That will increase your heart rate variability. Alcohol will decrease heart rate variability and brain function. And if it decreases brain function, it decreases decision making. As a psychiatrist, 30%, 40% of the people I see, they initially come to my office because it's somehow alcohol related.
What's your favorite food? For me, it's pizza. Actually, New York pizza.
Oysters.
Oysters. A little slippery for me, but that's cool. Okay, how about your favorite drink?
Pims.
Pims. Ooh. I like pina coladas myself, but if it's not alcoholic, I would do a milkshake. Okay, last question. What's your favorite equation? I know you've got one.
The equation I discovered relating the entropy of a black hole to the area of its horizon, S equals A over 4.
How many people get to say their favorite equation is one they came up with?
If you had a helmet that was made of cell phones, you'd be fine.
Yeah, but this is coming from a guy who wants to stick a quarter-size hole in your head and shove wires in your brain.
Yeah, so I know a few things about what causes brain damage.
Neuralink concerns the shit out of people. That scares folks. That's the ultimate unknown,
Well,
right?
I think it would be problematic if we pinned you to the ground and put it in. That like, okay, you're going to get this. We're going to chip you out whether you like it or not.
The chip you thing.
We're going to chip you.
That's the other thing that people are scared of, right?
No,
You hold the same endowed chair that Isaac Newton did. I'm just wondering if we had some way to communicate through time with him and tell him about what life is like today. Are there any questions, any problems you might want to hand him to solve?
Is the solar system stable, and what happens to a star that cannot support itself against its own gravity?
So you're thinking if Newton saw those questions, he might give us deeper insights into black holes. I'd be curious. It's 1900. There's the fear of the great catastrophe. In Manhattan, you access it by bridges and tunnels. There were horses. Horses do what they do. They poop. The poop goes in the street. You don't take it to the horse bathroom. It's in the street. And the people's whole job was to clean up the manure. Now what do you do with it? You bring it to another place and it makes a pile. Then somebody else comes in with multiple horse-drawn carriages to haul the manure out of the island. But those horses that are hauling the manure, they are pooping. So if you run the arithmetic on this, imagine the manure catastrophe. And it attracted flies. There were no indoor supermarkets back then. Most of food was sold by street carts. So the flies were everywhere. And so there was a lot of discussion about what to do about flies. So they said, let's put something in the feed so that when it comes out as poop, the flies will not be attracted to it. Because that was one of the health issues. How do you get rid of the flies if you're not going to get rid of the poop? Then another one was, what can we feed the horse to reduce the amount of poop that comes out the other side? The actual solution was the car.
When you first went to South Korea and you were able to eat whatever you wanted, what did you eat?
Eggs.
Eggs.
Boiled eggs.
That's what you wanted?
Yeah, because even beef was too fancy. I did not know that, like, what cow was, right?
You didn't know what a cow was?
I never knew the milk came out of cow because I never had milk in my life. All North Koreans, we know is like chicken and the eggs. So in North Korea, like, egg is like the most fancy thing you can imagine. So I literally thought I could eat, bucket of eggs. So
egg is the most fancy thing that you can imagine.
Yeah. And North Koreans, we boiled eggs and we like, let me see how many I can eat, right? But after 5, you cannot eat more than 5 boiled eggs.
You know what the range is on a nuclear submarine? It's unlimited. They can go forever. Why isn't every town powered by one of those?
Well, people have this bad taste in their mouth because of the toxic environmental effect of them not being able to shut down that reactor. It's pretty devastating.
Yeah, I tell you what it's not as devastating as fossil fuels.
There's one island that has like this crazy hole in the ground that was made by pirates.
It's up in Canada, right? Oak Island's in Canada.
Yes. and they have some crazy hole in the ground that
Right.
they're trying to figure out how to get into, but there's all these weird little traps, and
Yep.
what do they think's in there?
Some astronomically valuable treasure, right? And I believe the island's changed hands like 7 or 8 times because people trying to find it have gone broke, digging it up, excavating it, exploring it, and there's booby traps and like all this crazy stuff.
Yeah, there's some sort of a method that they've devised where if you go deep enough, it just fills up with water, so you can never get to the actual treasure itself. So the people who put the treasure there might have fucked themselves. Like,
Totally.
we're assuming they're so smart that they buried the treasure in a way that nobody could ever get it out, but they might have just buried it in a way that they couldn't even get it out.
I think that's the case. I think it's one of those like, oh, we're gonna keep it here, and then they couldn't get it. I mean, who knows? But yeah, what a crazy story.
Dude, they're from another planet.
Yeah.
The way they change their texture
Right.
and their color and the way they do it instantaneously to adapt to their environment and how well they blend in.
I think they're the most alien creature that exists on planet Earth.
Yeah, I agree.
So this guy, he's a fisheries biologist, and he gets an octopus and basically lives with it in his living room. He figures out that this thing likes being petted. It can open jars, it can close them, it can come out of the aquarium, go back into it. It'll swim over if it knows you, it knows if it doesn't like you.
Apparently, as the octopus is asleep and dreaming, it's changing the outside color and texture of its skin in relation to whatever the fuck is going on in its head.
Right.
That's so wild, man.
Isn't that nuts?
It's just so weird how they can instantaneously change their coloration and their texture and then perfectly blend in with coral. When you see them stop on a coral reef and just become the reef, you're like, what
Instantly,
are you?
too. It's like,
Yeah.
zoom, and it's gone.
Look at the colors in this thing.
There are people that actually believe they are from out of space.
The origin story of Genghis Khan, the love of his life, who was married to him for his whole life, she was kidnapped. And he had to raise an army in order to rescue her back. That was the split in the road. He would have been a normal Mongol, but here he has to raise an army to rescue her back. Wow. And then he realized he's really fucking good at this whole rescuing thing. Everybody would kidnap, they would steal women in the Mongol Empire. As soon as he won over the entire original Mongolia, he banned. That was a strict rule. There's no kidnapping of wives. That was a rule for Mongolia, and that rule propagated everywhere.
That's wild.
There are people who say they left their body, they come above and they see themselves down there on the bed. So what they decided to do is for people who are about to die, they would write a message facing upwards to the ceiling above the bed. So if a person goes above their bed and looks down, they'd be able to read the message. So when they rejoin their body, they should then tell us what message they saw. That's never happened. It's just... Now, I have a cousin, when her father died, was alone with him in the room, and he's in an open casket. She tells me of a conversation she had with her dead father. And I said, was it in your mind? No, he sat up. I said, what was the conversation? And she said, well, he said, don't worry about him. He's in a better place. This is her eyewitness testimony. I'm not going to say it's wrong. I'm just saying it's not scientifically useful. I told her, next time this happens, ask these questions and not those questions. Don't say, are you happy? No, saying, are you wearing clothes? Where are you? What temperature is it? If a dead person sits up and starts talking to me, oh my